I hope you're all doing well today, but we need to talk about something very, very important, something that's affecting millions of people right now. Stay to the end, and I'll have the numbers of all the agencies you need to contact. Recently, there was a massive data breach, one of the largest we've ever seen, and it's very likely that Social Security numbers, including potentially yours, were stolen. This isn't just a hypothetical risk, it's a reality that could have serious consequences for your financial well being. Please watch to the end to get all the steps you need to take now to protect you and your family. Like, subscribe to this channel, and share this link to anyone you know. Help others protect themselves as well. What does this mean for you, and how can you protect yourself? What if your Social Security number, along with your name, address, and other personal details, are out there potentially being sold and used by cyber criminals? What if it was one of your children's numbers, or a loved one or friend? This information is incredibly valuable to them because it can be used to open new accounts, take out loans, or even commit tax fraud, all in your name. The implications are huge. Your Social Security number is critical, and that's why it's so important to take action now. Let's start by talking about why your Social Security number is so critical. Your Social Security number is not just a random set of numbers, it's your unique identifier used by the government, banks, and other institutions to verify your identity. That's why protecting it is essential. Unfortunately, because of this breach, your Social Security number might now be in the hands of criminals, and that could lead to all sorts of problems. So, what can you do now? Freezing your credit is one of the first steps to take to protect yourself in the wake of this breach, as well as one of the most effective steps you can take. This might sound complicated, but it's actually very simple. When you freeze your credit, it makes it much harder for anyone to open new accounts in your name, even if they have your Social Security number. Think of it as putting a lock on your credit file, but only you have the key to unlock it. This means that even if someone tries to use your stolen information, they won't be able to do much with it. To freeze your credit, you'll need to contact each of the 3 major credit bureaus, and I'll have those numbers at the end of this video. The good news is that you can do this online, by phone, or even by mail, and it's completely free. The only catch is that if you want to apply for a loan or credit card in the future, you'll need to temporarily lift the freeze. But that's a small inconvenience compared to the peace of mind that comes with knowing your credit is protected. While freezing your credit is a great first step, it's not the only one you should take. Another important layer of protection is credit monitoring. This service keeps an eye on your credit report and alerts you to any suspicious activity. Think of it as having a security system for your credit. It won't prevent someone from trying to use your information, but it will let you know if they do. There are many companies that offer credit monitoring services, and in some cases you might even be able to get it for free if you've been part of a data breach. But what if your information has already been exposed? Well, it's not too late to take action. There are services and websites that can scan the dark web to see if your Social Security number or other personal information is out there. If it is, it's a strong signal that you need to act quickly to protect yourself. You can start by placing a fraud alert on your credit report, which will make it harder for someone to open accounts in your name without additional online access verification. And let's not forget about your existing accounts. One of the best ways to protect them is to ensure that you've set up online access. It might seem counterintuitive, but if you haven't done this, it's actually easier for a thief to do it for you. By creating an online account, you can monitor your activity closely and make it much harder for someone else to take control. Speaking of accounts, let's talk about passwords. I know it's tempting to use the same password for everything, but that's a huge risk if someone gets a hold of that password. They could potentially access all your accounts. That's why it's so important to use password managers. This tool helps you create strong, unique passwords for each of your accounts and stores them securely. It's a simple way to boost your security without adding a lot of hassle to your daily routine. On top of that, I strongly recommend setting up two-factor authentication whenever possible. This adds an extra layer of security on top of your password, usually in the form of a code that is sent to your phone or generated by an app. Even if someone manages to steal your password, they won't be able to get into your account without that second piece of information. And here's a tip: use an authenticator app rather than the SMS for even more security. Now, there's another threat we need to discuss: phishing scams. Even if your social security number wasn't stolen in this particular breach, scammers might still try to trick you into giving it to them. They could send you an email that looks like it's from your bank, asking you to verify your social security number or other personal information. These scams can be very convincing, but remember this rule: never click on links or call numbers from unsolicited emails or texts. Call the company directly, using a number you trust, like the one on the back of your credit card. And here's something to keep in mind: no legitimate company or government agency will ever ask for your social security number over the phone or via email. So if someone does, it's almost certainly a scam. Be cautious and trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. So what's the bottom line here? The fact that social security numbers have been stolen means we all need to take action to protect ourselves. Freezing your credit, signing up for credit monitoring, and using strong passwords, and setting up the two-factor authentication, and being vigilant against phishing scams are all steps you can take today. It might seem like a lot, but the alternative, dealing with the fallout from identity theft, is far more time-consuming and stressful. Before we finish up, I want to leave you with one final thought: staying informed and proactive is your best defense against identity theft. The more you know about the risk and how to mitigate them, the better off you'll be. So take these steps today and protect yourself and your loved ones from the growing threat of identity theft. Thanks for listening, and take care of yourselves. Here again are the 3 credit card agencies and their contact numbers here on the screen. Be sure and like, share, and if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so now. Like, subscribe to this channel, and share this link to anyone you know. Help others protect themselves as well. Remember, everything good you share and send out into the universe returns multiple times in goodness into our own lives. Thank you again, and we'll see you on the next video.